Hello everyone, we're back with another Drakengard episode. I got cut off last time, so I'm going to explain. We got our first ally character. So, you get to select an ally during those little mission summary screens. And what you're going to do from there is, whenever you are in a mission on foot, you can hit circle and that'll summon your ally in. I kind of forget about it for a little bit here, because I took a break in between and forgot to show it off for, I think, the entirety of this episode. But I will show it off, and I'll get more into like the mechanical sense of how that works when I start to summon those allies. So every ally you can only summon 3 times per level, and I'll get more into it when the time comes.
Okay.
But here's another free expedition.
Oh boy.
Hope you like these.
I mean, it would be like, do they have unique challenges at all or anything, or is it always just this?
Not really, other than the weapons.
Yeah. They could have been better.
They could have. I still maintain the flying parts of these games are okay. It's just these have no context or any meaning to them. They're just there to give you more shit to do. So this one this is the first mission of the game I played through and I did not get the weapon for, and I'll explain why at a later date. You're supposed to beat this mission in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get the weapon, and we cannot do that at our level.
Okay.
It is just impossible.
Is there a reason to still play it anyway?
For experience, which is what I did. I might actually hold off on these aerial expeditions the more that I think about it. Like, I might play through them, maybe not record them. Because that goes for most of them, is you won't be able to unlock the weapons for these until you're really beefy towards the end of the game.
Okay. I mean, that's...
In which case, you'll be finishing these in like a minute. So... More of these cubes.
Yeah,
really like
I know
this
I said
formation.
this last time too, but this is like... It's a cooler idea than just the normal stuff, and like... I would like to see more like unique ideas in these like kind of flying missions, like these cubes.
They start to throw some more in a little bit, but for a good while it's just, oh, here's some slight variations on flying enemies.
Yeah.
And airships. But they do get some... We're going to be seeing some more in a little bit here.
That's good.
So, as a recap in the story, and this is actually something I should probably clarify. So, we finished the main part of Chapter 2, and because I beat the one mission in under 20 minutes, which is... You have to kind of try to not do that, honestly. I don't know why they thought that was like a good reward, is 20 minutes, like maybe 10 would have been harder, but because I beat it in less than 20 minutes, we got to unlock the optional verses that let us go and recruit Leonard. One thing to keep in mind is that within the story itself, those optional verses are kind of made so that they occur between, like, within how the chapter verse setup is set, like, you can think of it either as that never happened at all and we just moved on to Chapter 3, or that was a little in between the main part of Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
I think I understand. It never feels like it never feels like something's missing from the story if you don't do them.
exactly. They're optional tidbits that can be removed at no consequence.
At least for the first few, you said.
Yeah. So there's endings A, B, C, D, and E in this game. A, B, and C assume that you haven't recruited anyone.
Okay.
So for the majority of this story, actually, they kind of pull a Final Fantasy VII with, like, Vincent and Yuffie. They're just not going to be around, the allies that we recruit.
Okay.
So we won't get more about them towards the end.
I definitely have a lot of questions about how this game handles its multiple endings in that respect, but I'll save those for when we get to that part.
Okay.
Because it's something that, not because I never looked anything up on this game, I don't really understand how they work, so...
Yeah, it'll become more clear as we get closer.
Okay. So there's
I guess theoretically at this point we shouldn't even know that there are multiple endings, but that's kind of a thing this game is famous for at this point, so...
Yeah, that's like advertised now about the series.
Yeah. So as you can see, now that I referenced we have an ally section, we also have a dragon section of this screen.
Huh.
Yeah. And that's something.
That is something. Huh.
Yeah. It's a little... Right now we don't got anything to select in there, but...
There's more going on here than I thought there would be.
So hey, guess what? We're back here at this fucking little foggy shit place.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Remain around the elf village.
Oh no, there are soldiers in the elf village that was destroyed. Kill them all.
No, it's a different elf village.
So, actually, speaking of that magical writing, you couldn't really see it there, but I'll show it off again. That's what this staff does. It just shoots out magical word stream.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, actually.
Yeah, it does a fair bit of damage and it looks cool, but it's not as good as the sword. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pretty much what you need to do is you just need to clear out that part of the map I was just on, and over by this cliffside, the treasure box will spawn in with the weapon.
It's like you were pointing at it with your sword.
Yeah.
How cute.
And that's it for this. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to show this off. So this is the end of the mission. Killing this guy on a horse. That fucker shows up.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I'm not gonna go for you. I'm just gonna end the mission because I'm done with this, right?
Yeah.
You don't like that.
So he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. I don't know if it's just because he's a special type of enemy or if all enemies do that if you end the mission early. Well, not early, but when other enemies are near you. But yeah, he just kept going. He wasn't having none of that. Victor's Spoils and Seraph's Touch.
That's a good magic name. Another, like, that word, if you don't know what that is, you might not pick up on that, you know?
Yeah.
I guess there's gonna be a lot of that, like, tiptoeing around the main words.
Yeah. Yeah, actually kind of curious that they had it be Watchers and not Angels, but Seraph. Well, I guess it's because it's not really like a story beat, it's just kind of the name of something. It's probably more fine. I don't know why I decided to
also probably matters too.
Yeah.
The Cult of the Angels as a name might be a little...
Yeah. Yeah, because that also kind of implies, if this is real Europe, that Christianity isn't a thing and they're still a cult at this time. Which might be a huge no-no. So,
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Oh, hey, I hope you liked wizards. They're also wizard priests. So wizard priests of the Cult of the Angels may not... That's definitely a no-no.
Yeah.
So, this mission is just another one where they mark all the targets. You can see them there. But all the way at the very top of this map, as I have it oriented now, is that destroyed shrine that the actual story mission this took place on was located at. So we're going to fly all the way over there.
Okay.
And it's still foggy. You just need to clear out all the enemies near the shrine, and the weapon box will spawn in where the, like, the middle of the shrine is. Inside of it.
So, the game doesn't give you any hints about this stuff, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's a recurring theme, and generally a good idea is if there's a weird, like in the very first free expedition we did, there's a weird little crevice. But I guess there's one here too. But anything that's geographically weird looking is a good hint that there's something up. But they still don't explain, and some of them are honestly bullshit. Yeah, buy the guidebook. Not fun. Yeah.
Been better names.
So we have our Scald Song to max level now, which is really useful. It's a good weapon. I think Mace is the last weapon type that we haven't unlocked yet.
There's a lot of weapon types in this game.
There are, and most of them aren't good. Just long swords are really your best bet. Long swords and like heavier like axes and stuff like that are anything that has good range, honestly. Everything that's shorter is just not worth it. So we're moving on to chapter 3. Going to the desert. Yeah. I don't know why it's called that. Other than the fact that it takes place at night, there's nothing moonish about this. So if you recall, the Hierarch Verdile was calling to us from the forest, from the desert. And Furiai and Inuart went on ahead. So now we're alone. Oh, there's Furiai though, so we're not.
Kayam. Thank goodness you're safe.
What of Inuart and Verdale? Were they taken?
Yes. To protect me.
So, the dungeon must be close. Break through and we may find them.
I will be safe. I am a goddess after all. Please, Kaim.
So we're just gonna leave our sister here in the middle of this rocky desert.
They're rushing to protect her.
Yeah.
So she
Okay,
says,
peace.
She says she is a goddess after all, so she does have powers.
Does she? Because they never show that in the game.
Yeah, because it didn't seem like she did, but she was just like, I'll be fine because I'm a goddess.
I think that's straight up a religious, spiritual belief thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I am theologically important, fate will protect me thing.
Okay.
She never shows off that she has any magical powers.
This darkness, I cannot see whose foe is.
Have you
So
had
yeah, it's
friends?
nighttime. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, who? I don't see no Union airships, or dragons, or...
Yeah.
Just keep flying. More of these.
This is at night, though.
It is at night. They do kind of say things like, oh, it's gonna be hard to see, but you have all these, like, lock-on, like, it's no different.
So,
Also, I love this. I love this. Just fucking, yeah, he's captured. Man, what a dipshit. Am I right, Kai?
jeez.
Yeah. Huh, a little weird, huh? Were you gonna say something?
Right, yeah, I was gonna point out that, I just noticed that every time you kill an enemy, the, kill counter, little beak drops down.
Yeah.
That's
a nice touch.
That's both goofy and a little adorable.
And then, like, it celebrates when you hit, like, a milestone. I think if we get to 125, it kind of, like, glows and is like, yeah, you did it. These fucking things come out of nowhere. Also, sometimes when you kill airships and things like that, or, like, those little blimps, I think you get more than one kill. So, like, I think
you got a bunch of them for the last one.
Yeah, so, like, I think that, you know, the implication there that it's a crew.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Most games, yeah, they would just, you know, you'd get one or whatever. Good attention to detail there. Kavya, you did it. So the dragon's hinting at some shit here.
Yeah. I'm picking up on a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Can you sense your sister's thoughts? The passions of her soul?
Dragon can't let this shit go.
No, and like, Kaim has no way of talking back, but I mean, the dragon can kind of like hear his thoughts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we don't know what.
So we're kind of
Kaim's-
seeing a conversation, but only one side of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I actually think is a pretty cool
Yeah.
character thing. We didn't get to 125. I'm sorry, everyone, for disappointing you.
Fucked up.
Go to the prison and free Verdale.
Yeah, fuck Inuart, though.
Well, to be fair.
I'll never get tired of these. Hope you like empty deserts.
There's some
Oh boy.
nearby.
It doesn't even...
Find him.
Like, my brain didn't even put together that that was sand underneath you. I just thought you were high up in the sky.
Yeah. So here's the mace.
That was
It's
a really
slow
slow
and
startup.
bad.
Everything about this feels bad to watch.
Yeah. There's that though, which is pretty rad, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Why would that, like, something with that slow of a startup in this kind of context? Ugh.
Not great, yeah. So I showed off our weapons full combo now that we have it at level 4, and also here's the badass spell we have now.
Nice.
Yeah, this is some good shit. I love it. Except for the slowdown when they all 4 explode at the end. But, what can you do?
I am the Hierarch Verdale, imprisoned by the Empire. Can anyone
So this isn't explained in the game, and
hear me?
you can't really see it super well. The pact tattoo, or like the mark that everyone with a pact has, for him is just on his bald head. And the price he paid for his pact with that petrified dragon was his hair.
Oh. That's...
You know, one character mute, one character blind, just, I don't need hair.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty good deal.
That's a pretty damn good deal. No wonder no one noticed that he had a pact. Just thought
Yeah.
he shaved his head.
You must be careful. The prison is well guarded.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually interesting now that you pointed out, because when they see when Inuart and Furii see Kaim's mark, they're like, oh, a pact. But this dude's head, just apparently no one thought of it.
Oh, he's got a sick tattoo.
Yeah.
Going for a bad boy look.
Taking out the rest of these targets, having a good time in the desert.
Was taken to a different prison.
My favorite new Drakengard single.
Pray that he
Yep.
Man, it's a shame.
So yeah, I didn't fast forward these guys because I think it's the first time these guys are in play. Fuck these enemies. They take forever to kill and they do a shit ton of damage. This is not fun.
They're designed too. They're just kind of bigger soldier guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not doing great. So yeah, I don't know if Inuart was taken to a different prison than Verdale.
Okay.
Our Inuart is now in another castle.
Hey,
Ha, game jokes.
you did it.
Very more annoying than Navi, am I right?
Hey, I got an idea for a funny video. It's like, what if Mario was like edgy and like for adults?
Oh, whoa, mushrooms are drugs. We did it. Someone please sponsor us.
I'm here. Please help me.
So yeah, we're gonna go free Verdale now because we killed the strong people. These archers are fine. They're cool.
They saw the big soldiers get defeated and are just kind of like, if I stand still, maybe he won't notice me.
Yeah, we're done. Everyone go home.
I thought we were done for. Thank you.
So yeah, there's a couple of these guys. Oh yeah, we'll hop.
Let me serve. Let me serve in your army.
So yeah, we rescued a few prisoners of war too.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing else here. Let's meet our new friend.
At last.
He looks like a Castlevania villain.
I know, right?
Verdelay, you know something. Tell us, what is happening?
The Empire is not satisfied with mere conquest. They seek complete reconstruction.
Of the world?
Yes. They want the seeds of resurrection that will appear when the seals are broken. The goddess's life is in great danger.
Good thing we left her alone.
Seeds of resurrection.
No, she's a goddess, though.
Humans twist even the myths to their own purposes.
That line isn't ominous at all.
Oof.
Please help. The Empire must not destroy these holy places. The entire world is in danger. As each seal is broken, the burden on the goddess grows greater still. Please! Even the Empire's soldiers deserve our mercy.
So this guy's similar to Leonard in the fact that
To this one,
he's not a fan of killing,
evil settling.
but this, like, he's more, like, hardcore religious dude about it.
May the gods bless us, their poor children.
What difference between he who prays and he who kills? Fools, one and all, these humans.
So both in a developmental team sense and a Japanese and Western audience sense, Verdelay is by far the least popular character because he always proselytizes. And, like, he's seen by fans and the development team alike as the one goody two-shoes guy on the team.
Okay. I take back the Castlevania villain thing halfway through that cutscene.
If only I had more strength.
If only I had more strength, then I could protect Furiai.
Who's there?
I could protect her and make her my own.
Stop it.
Take her in my arms, surrender her to no man, my betrothed. She shall love only me.
Please stop.
All mine, Furiai, all mine, all mine, all mine. No man can have her. No man, not even Kaim.
No. No more.
Loves only me, looks only to me, holds only
I hate how the
me.
subtitles,
Furiai
like,
loves
clash
only
super
me.
hard with the sound,
Me,
but
me, forgive me, deeply.
this voice acting, though.
Please forgive
Yeah.
me. Gaze only on me. Please, gaze upon me. The goddess will die. The one who serves as the seal must be killed by the strain. The burden will destroy her.
No.
She is just a normal woman. One who was to lie beside you, laughing and carefree.
If she ceases to be a goddess, can she become a woman again?
For many, many years,
What should I do? I want to help her.
you need strength. Strength that comes from a pact with a dragon.
Kaim could help.
Kaim, allow him to bathe in her gratitude and love.
She
is my bride. She is my bride. Her kisses are mine alone. Her love is mine alone. If only I had the strength.
If only I had the strength.
Notice his eyes there.
Okay.
So that's the deal with the red eyes. That's as far as we're gonna get with
Okay.
that. So, there's a lot in that scene.
There is a lot in that scene.
That thing with that voice.
Yeah.
The fact that Inuart deep down is really sensitive about the fact that Furiai seems to really like Kaim.
Yeah, there's definitely a, definitely something there.
Yeah. He's very jealous of Furiai's feeling towards Kaim. Even though Furiai seems to be pretty cool with him, too. It's apparently not enough.
Yeah, well, we haven't really gotten, like, that much interaction between them, but
There is like a scene kind of in the forest where she's like, oh well, I'm glad you're here and your songs make me feel better, and he's like, but I'm not strong and I can't protect you.
So get
Yep.
fucked, Persona 4.
Yeah. Just doing the flying thing again.
Alright, so I was gonna say, before that incredibly important cutscene, I no longer think he looks like a Castlevania villain, but I'm gonna go with, like, extended universe Sith Lord. Like the kind you'd see on, like, the cover of a novel.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, Verdelay pointed out before where the seals are located: the forest, the sea, and the desert. So we're in the desert. We were just in the forest, and we didn't do nothing with seals. Which is a little weird to me. I mean, because it is that forest.
Do you go back?
It comes up later.
Okay.
But to me, that's a big plot hole in this game. Because they talk about how much the Empire wants the seals destroyed, and they were right there, and they didn't do anything.
Okay, I see.
They just fucked up the elves.
They are all that protect this world. If they are lost,
that magic attack is really, really helpful.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't have, like, a crowd clearing attack like that, I think these sections would be a lot worse.
Oh, they would be a lot worse. They built these around the fact that you have that very clearly. Yeah. You're supposed to only get so far and then just clear them out with that. Fucking up gargoyles.
There's a lot of dodging you have to do in these too, which I had a little bit of a hard time with at first when I tried to play it.
You get a feel for it, but yeah.
your sister, the goddess, despairs under the burden of her task. Forgive me.
So yeah, he doesn't like the fact he has to put the seals on goddesses and stuff, because it hurts them real bad. That's why she was like fainting and shit before.
Quickly, they must not destroy the holy place. Please, hurry, Kai.
Gonna go to the desert seal.
Cool.
You sound really, really passionate about the desert seal.